Yo, 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 yo. You know what I mean? What's going on, y'all? This is Evolution Era. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Episode, the Intellectual Evolution Era, episode 5. You know what I mean? I gotta redo my banner. Hold on, y'all. Got my ticker. Hold on, Evolution be right back. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she had to drop down for a second. Boom, I got it. Okay, I got it. Perfect. Boom. Okay, let me add my music for y'all. Let's see what music I want to put on today. Let's see. Let's see. What's this one? Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, we are back.
Yes, you gotta excuse me. Hey everyone.
My sister
I was here to echo.
My sister in the building, you know what I mean? You know? And yeah, so today's topic of today's show is no church, no love. All right? No church, no love, all right? And you can take it the way you want it, all right? I'm not talking about no hookups. I'm not talking about no sneaky links. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm talking about a full-time committed relationship, okay? If they not going to the church house, you know what I'm saying? Then you shouldn't be, to me, in my estimation. This is only my perspective, okay? Only mine. Anybody can do whatever they want with their perspective. You can share it, you can take it, you can leave it at the bank, all right? But for me, no church, no love, all right? And make sure you're wearing the glove, okay?
I like that. Break that down a little bit for me so I can completely understand.
I'm definitely gonna break it down. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Hold on one second. I'm sending a message to my family real quick. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna break it down real quick. I'm breaking down my science. You know what I'm saying? Before I do that, you know, I always gotta show my support, man, to the people that support me. You know?
Yes.
Shout out to my man CCD. What's going on? What's going on? Thanks for sending me all the messages, man. Thanks for all the love, bro. I always look forward to seeing what you're putting out there. Yo, salute to Grizz, man. Grizz always showing us love. Grizz, what's the deal?
Yes,
you know what I mean? You know the link is pinned in the chat. Whenever you got a chance to come up. We definitely want to hear your perspective. But yeah, let me break it down. You know what I'm saying? Look, man, if they not going to the church house, they ain't got no spiritual backing, you know what I mean? Then you should really have options, man. I'm just being honest. You should definitely protect yourself at all times. Now listen, we've all made mistakes, okay? I made mistakes, all right? You know what I mean? Yes, even me, I have made mistakes. I am not a perfect person. I will never claim to be a perfect person. You never get me on here saying, oh, you need to do relationships my way or whatever. I'm saying what I want. I want ketchup on my goddamn burger, okay? All right? I want ketchup on my burger, all right? You can have mustard on yours. That's fine. When it comes to your boy, I want ketchup on mine. You know what I'm saying? And to each his own. You know what I mean? You can do whatever you want. You can date someone that believes in the devil. That's on you, okay? Evolution ain't like what I just said. Like, oh, word.
Yeah, no, not at all.
At the end of the day, that is your choice, okay? I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what I want to do, okay? And what I want to do, right, is no church, no love. You know what I mean? She ain't going to the church house. It ain't going down. You know what I mean? I'm not taking it seriously. She may be only there for the moment. You know what I mean? But she's not there for a lifetime. I'll tell you that much. You know what I'm saying? So
that makes sense.
And like I said, we all have slipped up. We all have gone through things, right? I'm not a perfect person. Do not follow my road to relationships. I messed up a lot. Okay, in these 39 years, I messed up a whole lot. Okay, but please understand.
I'm on that boat too, homie.
Hey, you with me, Grizz? Now as a man, homie, you know what I'm saying? I understand. If I was out there, I don't care what you say, Tika. And Tika, I would, you know, I was speaking. You can say I'm ridiculous if you want. All right, you already know how I give it up. I already said no church, no love. And yes, that's my conversation we had a couple of years ago. And if you want to smoke, Tika, I'm right here, Tika. I'm right here. I'm not running. No, love, Tika, man. No, I mean, I got a little love for Tika, man. She always comes in and shows me nothing but love and respect. I think,
yes,
don't know if I gave you a wrench or not, but I'm about to definitely give you a wrench. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna give you a manager wrench too, because I really love what you bring to the table, and I definitely want you to make sure my chat is good since you've been a chat warrior. You know what I'm saying? Also, too, you know what I mean? To our Intellectual Soapbox family, Smitty, man, you know, he's definitely part of our network. You know, Smitty show comes on Saturday with me and him and Grace. You know what I mean? So, Smitty, what's going on? But yes, that's just what I believe. You know what I mean? And CCD put so dangerous, we so dangerous. Hold your breath, we swinging it from right to left. Yeah, that's my jam. That's a Busta Rhymes jam right there. Yeah. You know what I mean? So dangerous.
The whole entire squad is dangerous. Hold your breath to swing it right to left.
Hey, you know what I mean? That's how we do it. You know what I mean? I ain't put that during in a minute, but before you know what I mean? I'm actually doing my tangent. I'm gonna let sisters, ladies first. I'm gonna let our lovely sister, you know what I mean? Definitely share what she got to share. Smitty definitely coming up. You know what I mean?
Okay,
yes,
right.
You get a wish because you always show me love and support me. Anybody show me love, I gotta show them love back because love is hard to find. You know what I mean? Love is hard to find.
Tika, you good, Tika. Like I like seeing you in the chat. I really do. And you all about women too. Like I feel some women empowerment from you, Tika. So I'll be happy that you be in there, you know.
Oh. She said you're gonna be the women's tag team champions.
There you go. Yeah, I'm saying us women stick together.
Yeah, definitely gonna get a wrench, Tika, because you know, real love is hard to find, man. Even with people that actually is your friend, it's hard to find people that really genuinely love you and care about you and support what you're doing. I got family members that don't even support what I'm doing. You feel me? So, man, I really appreciate you being here. Thank you, Tika. You know what I'm saying? And stay warm, because I know wherever you at, it's cold as hell. Because I've been seeing your little pictures. Ooh, it's cold out there. Lord have mercy. And it's kind of cold in California too. Well, cold for us. But I'm gonna let Evolution share. I'm gonna go on mute, and then after that, Grizz, you next.
All right. Well, I feel like at this point in my life, and all, you know, like you said, the mistakes, you know, that I've made personally as a woman, I feel like I'm gonna need this man to have an unconditional, supernova type, just out of this world relationship with God. Because in order to deal with me, he is going to need to really know how to talk to Jesus about some of the stuff that I'm going to take him through. You know, not that I want to take this man through anything, but it's not going to be all roses, you know, every day. You know, the sunshine, you know, comes out after the rain. And, you know, it's going to be some ups and downs. Like, I don't want anybody to think that, you know, because I'm such a complex woman, that it's going to be like she's one way or this way. I'm like 4 or 5 different hoes. Like, you know, I hate to say that, but it's a lot of different me's. And he's going to need to know how to rile all of them up, you know what I'm saying, to make it a cohesive unit. Now, I'm going to help him from time to time. But, you know, he's gonna have to have the strength of you know, King Kong, Superman, you know, and the mind strength. I would really need him to be sharper than me, you know. Hopefully, you know, if not, I just have to respect him times 100. So if he don't have that connection with God, I'm just gonna destroy him. I hate to say that, you know, and I don't want to do that. So you know, no more black men. I don't. I just want to be peaceful, you know. That is all. But that's the realest I can tell you. I mean, do you gentlemen understand what I'm saying? Or
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. We do.
Oh yeah, I definitely understand you. I got you.
Come on, Grace. Hold on. CCD, definitely, man. I definitely give you a wrench too, because you definitely came in and showed love, man. So I definitely give you a wrench too. Anybody come and show love, I give you a wrench. I barely have had to take wrenches away. I had to do it one time, you know, earlier this year. It was a very painful process. I did not want to do it, but it had to be done. And you know, hopefully those people can get back on good terms, and I can give them their wrench back. Right? It's not personal to me. I want to show love to everybody, but sometimes, you know, you gotta part ways with the wrenches. Sometimes. But like I said, I hope to give them back and to give more wrenches. I wish everybody had a wrench. But let me say this. I think Gris has a ring. I'm not really sure, but I'm gonna check. But with that being said, I definitely understand what you're saying, but I like how you said that without God, without him having God, you will destroy him, and I think that's true for everybody. I think without God, we will destroy each other. But that's just what I believe, right? That's just me. You know what I mean? And that's just my perspective. And I like how you said he's gonna have to be real strong. Like you really emphasize that strong part. So I know you said.
Mind, body, and soul. He gonna have to be strong. He gonna have to be a strong black man. And I haven't run across one yet. I got close. You know what I'm saying? But he gonna have to be the type of man where he could just handle all of me. So it's like he got to be so, multi-dimensional. He just gonna have to be almost out of a comic book, I would think. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know that the Lord got me waiting because he's grooming this man for me. I know what's going on, and I'm getting my act together. So, it'll come together sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? I trust in the Lord. So I'm just waiting, but he gonna come. And I'm gonna let y'all know when he comes. I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna be different.
Oh man, she's a blessing come. I'm gonna change my whole tune. I feel you, family. You gotta get in position for the blessing. I don't blame you.
Yeah.
I don't blame you at all. You gotta get in position for the blessing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to my man Grizz next, and then after that, I'm gonna go to Smitty. You know what I mean? I see Smitty in there. Smitty got the swag today. Look at him. He's sipping. Hold on.
Okay, got the drink. Okay, the hat matching his shirt. Okay, I see your haberdashery.
Yeah, let's go, dog. You see you. Look, you gotta act on models. Who, me? I know what you're talking about, guys.
Something I threw together. I like to coordinate.
This is just regularly what I do. Go ahead, Grizz. Go ahead and shit, brother.
Because I know with me, like, I definitely would love a woman who has God first, foundation base, because like it says in the Bible, iron sharpens iron. When my iron not sharpened and hers is, and if she even though she may not be like all the way going to church, like, honest, I'm weird, so like, she doesn't have to be going to church all the time. She doesn't have to go to church all the time. But like, as long as she knows some word, some Jesus word base. Like, so right now, I'm at the point where, like, I do believe in God. I do believe in God wholeheartedly. Because literally without him, I literally would not be here talking to you guys. Literally. And so, but I definitely would love a woman who, I do love, like, my wife. She goes to church. She hits me some scriptures every now and then, and also, like, and it does take a lot, and sometimes it does take a lot for me to like have patience with her, because sometimes we both act a fool, but as long as I feel like, just as long as the woman has godly, some godly base, to help keep both of us in line, so that I can go back and refer to my scriptures every now and then. I think, and every now and then. But yeah, that's what I got.
Man, thank you, brother. Thank you. You know what I mean? And Tika, since you in the chat and you the lead chat moderator, anybody get out of hand, you know what to do, girl. Get them on out of here, okay? Get them on out of here. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? If I don't catch it, you catch it first. You get them on out of here. But yeah, let me go to my man Smitty. Smitty, what's going on?
What's good, bro?
Talking about, you know what I'm saying? I got the title, No Church, No Love. What do you think? Talk to us, brother.
Respect. You want to reiterate the question, because I was like kind of moving around. Like, I turned it on, but I was moving around. Like what is specifically the question, I guess? Because I need to know what I'm responding to.
Basically, what we're saying is that if a woman or a man, right, ain't going to church, you shouldn't really take them seriously. If they're not really spiritually grounded, they don't really have no spiritual grounding, they don't really believe, you know what I mean, in God or any type of, or allow any type of spiritual makeup, you shouldn't take it seriously. And if if they're not doing that, you should have options. You know what I mean? You know, and I'm not, like I said, I'm not talking about no sneaky links, no hookups or nothing like that. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about if you really want to be in a real serious, fully committed relationship. Hey, if they're not really going to church like that, they ain't really, you know, open up that Bible, that Quran, or that Torah, or whatever else. You shouldn't be doing it. You know what I mean? At least that's in my opinion. You know what I mean? But that's just my perspective. You know what I mean? This is my perspective only. You know what I mean? I think Evolution and Grizz is on the same they're on the same wavelength as me. But we're gonna hear what you gotta say, and we're gonna let you rock.
Sheesh. Okay. Well, one, my perspective may be slightly different, although from what I'm hearing, we might all be on the same page. I don't knock a person for, let's say, not going to church. You know what's wild? That you say that. My mother and father, growing up, moms went to church. We went to church with moms. Dad was home, either preparing, getting dinner ready, throwing out whatever chicken or pot roast, whatever it is, and watching football and shit. Dad would watch church from home. Dad never really went to church with us. They're still married to this very day. You know what's crazy? I actually was talked to about God and spirituality way more with my father than my mother. And she's the one that took us to church. I'm not knocking church. What I'm saying is that example right there showed me immediately that it really is what the word says. Church is first within you, your belief, right? Just the true faith and belief. And then second, churches wherever three or more congregate. This right here could be church. So the actual physical building location, I don't really get on people too much with that, especially I would say more so nowadays than back then. There are too many things that are taking place in church that I'm like, this shit ain't Christian. But you know, you can't say nothing, just supposed to shut up and give your offerings and eat your saltine crackers and sip your grape juice. So I get it. But as far as like being on the same page with me, my whole thing is just so long as you are aligned and whatever it is that you believe, how you believe it, I honestly do live this, and a lot of people do not agree. But as long as you are in line with what it is of your belief system, whether you're just a spiritual person, if you're a Muslim woman or man, if you're a Christian woman or man, do not impose on others and make sure that you stay within your guidelines. I'm more so about how does a person act when it comes to their religion or spiritual belief, not what they say out their mouth. There's so many people out here who love to say I'm this, I'm that, and don't do one damn thing that consists of whatever it is that they so-called subscribe to. So I try to be careful pointing fingers and being like, I ain't seen you go to church. You ain't did this. You ain't did that. Well, I mean, look, if we really went down the list of all the things throughout your day that you did that really the word does not agree with, I think a lot of us would be a lot more quiet. That's why Smitty guards his tongue. I don't really get too deep on trying to hound somebody about religion. More so, like I said, like my mother. My mother is a very deep Christian woman. Love her so much, right? Her and my grandmother, same ways. And my mother was asking me, she said, so, I mean, how do you feel about, you know, when I go to church? I said, because I don't really go to church like that myself. I said, Ma, I said, because when you go to church and when you're, you know, doing what you do, part of the congregation and things of that nature, I said, does that bring you joy? She says, yes, absolutely. I said, okay. When you read that Bible, does it keep you in line? Does the word of that book, the text of that book, does it keep you from committing certain crimes, doing certain things, adultery and all this other stuff? You haven't cheated on dad and everything. She says, oh, Lord, no, absolutely not. I said, Ma, I said, what happened to grandma and granddad? They passed away in separate homes. I said, but were they married? She said, yeah, my father never left my mother, although he wasn't living with her no more. My grandparents passed away, and they were both married, but they lived in different states. My grandfather was in VA, my grandmother out here in Maryland. Granddad moved deep out into the woods, but when he passed away, he still left his wife about $90,000 something from his military money. You know, so it's like, and the reason why, because they did not believe in divorce. That book kept them in line. They said, all right, before we kill each other living in the same house, we're going to figure out how to work this out. And they did. Granddad got himself some land out there in VA. Grandma stayed out here in the county. And they passed away, two married people who didn't live in the same home. They still worked it out because of what that word and what the text say. If what you are doing and how you are living is as close to, or at least I see that you are striving to at least try to live within the boundaries and the laws of what it is that you subscribe to, I don't care where you go, where you don't go. And just so long as you know that there are ramifications for how we act out here, that by itself will keep me just fine with the person. Let's just not impose whatever it is that we believe amongst each other, if the other party is not willing to go ahead and have it imposed upon them. I never bring anything to my woman as far as this text and that text and what I believe. If she asks any questions, hey, babe, I was wondering about this, I will more than gladly go ahead and just lay it out for her. But I don't ever just go around, you know, knocking on doors trying to tell people, you know, have you read The Watchtower? Nothing personally. I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
Okay. I mean, you know, look, you know what I mean? I'm not saying that, I get what Smitty's saying, like she got to be more spiritual, you know what I mean, than anything else. I feel it, you know what I'm saying? And
No. She has to just be a believer. I don't care about, all that you have to be spiritual. None of that. You can be religious to the bone, so long as you know how to conduct yourself when it comes to our circumstance.
So can she follow any religion or not?
Yes, you can follow what you no anything except Satanism. You can't be like no Lucifer and all that shit. Listen, of course not. But listen, I dated a woman one time. She claimed Buddhism. I don't really know nothing about that, but you know what I do know? She was chill. She was peaceful. She never tried to impose shit on me. When she wanted to do her little rituals, when it was certain things she didn't eat or whatever, I just shut the fuck up and respected it. I didn't get to try to go down the line of trying to, like, you know, micromanaging. So why y'all do that? What does this mean? Nah, leave people alone. So I don't know. I don't care. I really don't. As long as you know how to act when you with me. Is there anything within your text that says how a woman's supposed to be when she's with a man? And as long as that's basically in alignment of be pleasant, be feminine, you know, the things that we expect, right? Typical basic things men expect. I don't give a shit. I will drive and drop your ass off at the temple, at the mosque, at the church. And I will give you what? Y'all got a collection plate? I don't know. How does this work? Do you give tithes? Whatever. What's it called? Zakat? I don't know. Here, take this $20. What time y'all done? I'm not bothering people about what it is, what their walk is in this life. I don't know if I got it right. I pray I do. I pray that what I'm doing is the right way. And God, please forgive me if it's not. You know where my heart, my intentions were. It was only to praise you.
But
There's a lot of confusion out here. I digress. My mic is muted.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Well, I ain't letting him go like that. Hold on. No. Come back, Smitty. Come back. You
hey, Smitty, brother.
Bro.
You start dropping off my dude. Every time you speak, I say I'm marinate, bro.
Yeah, no. Hold on.
Yes, sir.
He tried to, you know what I mean? He tried to add some mix to the sauce. You know what I mean? He tried to get me right in front of you. Over tonight. Listen, man.
What I do?
Hold on. No, Smitty. No. Right? Y'all start having chilling. You know what I mean? Children. You know what I mean? I'm saying it the Southern way. Whatever y'all start having children, you know what I mean? want to teach them about Buddha, but you want to teach them about Jesus. Ain't that a problem? You don't that contradict?
Nope. I'm gonna tell you exactly what me and her mother do. I'm in that predicament now. Me and her mother do not subscribe to the same text. What we do is we allow her to grow. She sees how her mother moves. She sees how her father moves, and when she gets older, whatever questions that she has, we as her parents will answer them, whether together or separate. That's it. Just let her grow. She knows exactly what time it is. She knows to pray before you eat and all of these things. She knows all about the whole your ancestors can still see. You know, grandma can still see you now. You know, such and such watches you. You know, the angels are with you. You know, demons are trying to destroy you. She knows all of these concepts. Plant the seed and let the child grow. She will come of age. Me and her, I can see it now. We might be riding in the car, sitting somewhere, probably fishing because that's dad's thing, you know, and she's going to start asking me questions. Further along, she asks questions now. It's just not at that point yet. Good. Stay a kid. I want you to stay as sheltered away from all this BS because I promise you one day, once you see it, you cannot unsee it. When you hear it, you cannot unhear it. Stay as pure, stay as happy and carefree as long as I can keep you. Because one day you're going to be out there and that's it. That's it. It's no turning back. The only thing you're going to have is memories when it comes to these days right here of being carefree. I was afforded that, so who am I to deny mine of that? I was afforded the luxury of being able to just grow. Be loud, screaming, got an imagination. I got imaginary swords and shit. I'm making cling cling sounds. I got a made up outfit on. I was allowed to be a child. And that's what it is that I'm doing for mine. So I don't get too deep into what it is that we supposed to be talking about with her. No, she sees what her parents does. She sees how her parents conduct themselves. She has seen her father in a slight altercation out at the grocery store. And she has seen how dad has been able to handle things. And it didn't lead to any police needing to be called or anything. She has seen times where because of how I conduct myself and because of the belief system that I hold, that keeps me in line when dealing with other people. And make sure that I remind her, obey the law of the land. I don't care how much you think it's a stupid rule. If you go in there and that's what these people say, then just do what they're saying. Little things like that. That's what's going to help that girl get by. I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
You know,
come on, bro.
No, get out of here, Grizz. Get out of here, Grizz. All right. You know, Smitty, you know.
You trying so hard, bro. I mean, hey, look, I love it though. I love that effort.
You know what? Hold on, now let me
finish. Love that effort.
Let me finish. Hold on. Let me finish. You know, it's Smitty. I agree, man. You're right.
Wow.
I had to mess with him.
No. You know I love him.
Sometimes I gotta mess with him. Salute to M3. M3, thanks for being in the building. Go ahead, Grizz. You can rock out. I know you got something to say.
I was gonna say, bro. Every time I hear Smitty, bro, I literally take back and I'm like, shit. Okay, because I remember one time I asked, I had messages. I'm like, bro, what does Smitty be reading? Because I didn't get on that boy's level, honestly. And because like the way I feel like the way he thinks is dope.
You know what I read, Grizz? You know what I read? I read body language, facial expression, hand gestures, tone of voice. That's what I read. I just examine people and I examine the pattern and then I pick up from there.
Yes, and we call it reading the room. You read the room.
Right.
Facts, bro.
I'm gonna be honest though. I'm gonna be real honest. I'm gonna need whatever man that comes into my life, I'm gonna need us to believe in the same thing. I'm not trying to learn anything else, and I don't want you to be conspiring with your so-called God. You know what I'm saying? Or me and my Jesus. You know, I'm gonna need us to believe in the same thing because I don't believe everything in a lot of those like other religions. No disrespect.
Just say you don't
have to be on one unit when it comes to that.
One accord.
Yeah, thank you. Like I don't think I can I don't think I'd be accepting of something else. You get what I'm saying? So I'm thinking, because I've seen a lot of shows, right? I've seen Snapped, I've seen Fatal Attraction, I've seen Unsolved Mysteries, and the when they have different religions, that stuff does stand out to me. I know it may sound crazy.
You gotta start watching them shows. You gotta start watching them shows.
For real, and them shows will throw you off.
Lady Phoenix.
But that stuff be true. Y'all know that stuff be true stories, though, right?
Unfortunately, some of them, yes.
Even Catfish, even TV show Catfish.
Yeah. I mean, I'll trust my man to a certain extent, but I'm like, if we got two different religions, it's just not gonna work. So I wouldn't even start the relationship. And it is one of the questions that I do ask before I decide to go further. If a man tells me, no, I believe in something, oh, well, you're going to have to go find that something because you can't be with me. Like, it's just going, it's just not going.
Let me ask you a question.
Can I ask you something? Go ahead, Grace. I want to ask you something, bro.
What if a man believes in God, but he doesn't, like, he believes in God, he reads the Bible, but he doesn't go to church? How do you feel about that?
I think that can be changed later on. So if he has the premise, because I know a lot of people say, oh, well, the church is just a building. I'm going to be honest. I'll be in that building every week. And it changes a lot about me when I get up in that building. Now, I see these people all through the week online. But it's something about when I get up in that building, you know what I'm saying? It's a little different. So I don't think I could. And my mother used to do the same thing that that Smitty was saying, where the father stays at home and he waits for them to come back. And I've always saw that as a problem because, the men have nothing to stand on and they doing their own thing and they have nothing to like, it's no morals. It's no, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's nothing to stand on. Like, that guilt should carry you all up into Sunday. When you get in that house, you should burst into flames. You know what I'm saying? Something like, and when they say that means like the guilt hit you so hard that you change. You know what I'm saying? So I think that the man, even if he say I'm not gonna start in church, oh brother, you with me, you gonna find your way into that church, and you gonna find your way into that church a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like, so as long as you got the premise that you know that we belong in the church. You know what I'm saying? You know where the church is at, because I'm gonna need you to come sometimes too. Now, the football and stuff season, when y'all have the Super Bowl and all that, I'm gonna leave you alone. You got that. But any other time, yeah, I'm gonna need you to, brother. I'm gonna need you to get right up behind me, whether you sit in the back, you sit in the front, but you want to be somewhere in the church. Like, I'm not gonna like negotiate on that at all.
Let me ask you this real quick, bro. Do you have, because now I'll say this, I'm never against in any form of fashion people who, because that's really how a lot of people talk out. As far as, I don't want to take a chance with no confusion with this. I know my belief system. I know what it is that I subscribe to. Nothing wrong with that. Do you have the same energy when it comes to racial dating? Like, you like, nah, you need to go find you some melanin or something before you come talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Or is it more open? Because that's really the same premise as to why some people only want to date within their culture and race. Some Africans only want to date another African. Jamaican or something, American, so on and so forth. Would you say that same energy would you say that's the same thing, or would you say that's totally different? Same religious belief in a relationship and the same background culturally in a relationship?
I'm gonna be honest. And hopefully this don't offend nobody, Lord Jesus, but here we go. I believe that the races should stay with each other. They shouldn't go outside of the races. But since I've been dating, I've almost been tempted to go outside of the race because I haven't found a lot of good prospects for me. You get what I'm saying? And I believe that, hey, my prospect could be a white man. You never know at this point. You get what I'm saying? But I don't believe in mixing the races. I don't. You know what I'm saying? Now,
How
if y'all
come?
see me with a white man, trust me, it was my last resort. You know what I'm saying? Hell was almost frozen over. Like, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, it may be the one for me. I don't know who God gonna bring into my life, you know? But
Bruh,
I don't believe in mixing the races. No, I don't.
bruh, the only white dude that's gonna be for you is either gonna be a smooth puppy dog or a Hell's Angel. Because there's no way it's gonna be able to. Nah, not you, bro. Not you, bro. You got you got a lot of strength with you, baby girl. Um, you you gonna you gonna need something a little more seasoned with that. Yeah, that they just not gonna know how to handle. They're not gonna understand certain outbursts, certain shit that's going on with you. They just not gonna get it.
Right.
They not gonna get it, bro.
And no, I agree with Smitty.
That is true. There's a lot of strength over here. That is true.
What makes you not want? If you don't mind me asking, how can I put this to a question? How come you won't test the other side, or like date a Native American, or date an Indian, or Chinese, Japanese, Vietnamese, or what have
That's
you?
worse than nigga. Worse. White people racist. You've been around Asians and Middle East. Shit.
Oh God.
I don't know, you know. And let me tell you something, it wasn't my parents saying you stay with this race. My father never said anything about it. You know what I'm saying? But then I never brought home, you know, anybody other than my race. So I guess, you know, they didn't have to. It was no undertones or nothing like that. It just never came up. But you know, I guess from being in my community, being around my people and stuff like that, I don't feel like, you know, that's what we should do. But I mean, I love the Serena Williams of the world and the Halle Berrys. You know, it's a lot out there. I love
Jacksons.
Because they being treated like, I don't know about Halle, but you know. Yeah.
But see, hold on. Y'all missing something. Y'all missing something. You want to know why I feel like Serena, Holly? Listen, you got to understand. See, it's still something that they bind together by, okay, this is a black family, white family, for example, but they're all wealthy. There's money involved. The thing is that there's a lot of drawbacks. And I'm not discouraging nobody, but there are a lot of drawbacks to like the whole interracial dating thing, because it's really more so about the preservation of the culture. I'm gonna see right now, like Spanish, they're real big. Them grandmas are huge on them babies coming out looking like the rest of the family.
Yes, they are.
They not gonna understand why this baby head kind of nappy or whatever. They not gonna understand that. They not see when they want to teach certain things to this child, they don't know how that's gonna clash and collide. And a lot of people don't be thinking about that when they think about, okay, like how you were saying, bro. I'm not saying you know, haven't, but if you think about, for example, say you want to get a white guy, you're gonna have to think, you're gonna have to first, like off the rip, does his family accept you? Are they cool? When you go to the fun, because that's, I'm telling you, that is huge on a marriage or relationship staying together or not. Mm-hmm. When you go to the functions, are you getting side-eyed? Do you got people kind of showing, you know, nobody really talk to you because for real, they don't accept you. And vice versa for him when he come over to the cookout. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So like a lot of people don't be taking time to think like, all right, bet I really like you as an Asian, and I really like you, let's say, I don't know, as an East Indian, whatever the heck it is. But when we get together, how does my family feel about this? How does your, now some people don't care about family, they ain't worried about that. Okay, whatever. They like, I'm going off to do my own thing. But a lot of us do value and cherish being able to have that connection with those whom we've grown up with. A lot of people do. And a lot of times that can be a very big clash when it comes to that, because a lot of people don't think and say to themselves, man, my Italian family don't want shit to do with these Muslims or whatever it may be. And so then that's where a whole big clash is brought out. But the two parties that are actually in the relationship, they get along just fine. It's the families that don't. I digress. My mic is muted.
That is very true. That is very true. I don't know. I mean, I want to ask, do y'all see a lot of women like going to other races now? Do you see a lot of black women doing that?
I'm gonna say this. Look, I'm gonna say
I
this.
just recently seen a black woman with a white dude just recently.
I'm gonna say this. Look, I'm gonna put you on that one, Evolution. All right. I'm not dipping in no snow. Not seriously. No way. You know what I mean? Like I'm just not doing it. What are we gonna talk about? Like if the revolution come, like I'm gonna have to either enslave her or kill her. You know what I mean? So like I don't wanna do that. So like, you know what I mean? With that being said, like I ain't dipping in no snow. You know what I mean? Like I need me a sister. I need somebody that know how to cook cornbread. I also need somebody, you know what I mean, who shaped a certain way and all that. Sisters got curves, and they don't be having curves like a sister. They think they do, but they don't. They really don't. And you know what I mean. And they don't know how to really dance like that and all that. Like I can't be dealing with all that, man. Like you know what I'm saying. With that being said, like I got to have the melanated soul. Give me the melanated soul. You know what I mean?
Hold on, so that's wrong. That's wrong. So you pee in the snow, but you lay down and make angels.
Hold on. Hold on, I don't care what type of black she is. She could be like that blue black model that be on TV, that be rapping and all that. She could be like kind of mulatto. She could be brown skin, paper brown. As long as she is melanated, that's all I care about.
You ain't making no snow angels.
I'm with it. Holla at your boy. You know what I'm saying? If she's not melanated, she gotta go. You know what I mean?
Wow.
She gotta go. No, because hey, sometimes you want to dip because sometimes you're a little curious, all right? So if you want to dip because you're a little curious, I understand people want to dip. They're a little curious. They want to find out. They want to taste the rainbow a little bit. I ain't talking about the other communities, all right? You know what I mean? No shame to those who are part of other communities. I ain't talking about that. But sometimes you just want to, you want to float your boat. You want to find out what's on the other side of the spectrum. So yeah, you know what I mean? So yeah, that's what it is. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna be honest with you though, right? I'll say this: as long as she, okay. Then honestly, to be honest with you, race really ain't gonna matter, right? If I really found somebody, if I was single again, if I found somebody who was God fearing and loved the Lord, you know what I mean? Then yeah, race wouldn't matter. But yo, I really would prefer me a melanated person. I ain't gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? I need that. It's that bond that we have as black people. You know what I mean? It's that bond, you know what I mean? And she holds you, you hold her. Mm-hmm. I mean, like, I can't, y'all know what I'm talking about. The people in the comments.
Yeah.
Just say you want your kids to look like the rest of the family. That's okay, so you ain't gotta duck that. That's okay. Say you want that nappy, curly, kinky shit. Say I'm not trying to have no thin nose, thin lips kid. Just say it.
I didn't say all that though. You know what I mean? That's not what I was referencing to. It wasn't about how the kids would look. I just want them melanated. You know what I mean? I want them.
Damn, Brooke, you kicked them off for being honest. What just happened?
I wonder what happened. Maybe it's probably a phone or something like that. Because he'll be back.
Maybe so. Yeah, nah, he good. He good. But nah, real talk. It's like if you gonna think about it from the perspective of all right, something long lasting stuff like that. Some people don't mind mixing out. Let me ask you this, right?
Okay.
Do you believe that we should have a preservation of our culture? Right?
Okay.
You believe that? I'm asking.
Okay. I feel like I'm answering another way. I feel like we are losing our culture because we don't stick together, because we let others infiltrate our community. I do feel like that. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, is there ever going to be, a preservation of specifically us, like African Americans? I think we're always going to be watered down. We're always going to, because you got to think, women are kind of getting tired of their specific men, so they're going outside of the race. And then you got our men that's been going outside the race. They've been outside with the snow bunnies, with the the Spanish women, with
You talking about the
the
athletes and
Asian women.
entertainers?
I'm talking about our regular brothers too. And it's becoming a little much. I'm just gonna be honest, to the point that now they are kind of vilifying black women because we don't look like the other ones when the other ones are trying to look like us. It's just a whole bunch of nonsense going on out here. You know what I'm saying? We're not good enough, and so I feel like we're gonna continue.
Who said you're not good enough? Do you hear brothers on a massive level? And it's just a question, beloved. You know it's all that. Do you hear brothers on a massive level saying, what y'all sisters are not good enough? You may hear, yes, a lot of bitching and complaining, which even I don't agree with that shit. I steer clear of a lot of that. But do you hear us saying that?
I don't directly downright hear it, but you got to think. If you
We're usually downright direct.
No, I haven't heard a man say you're not good enough. But when you criticize everything about the black woman, or your first insult is, well, I don't like her hair, and I don't like this, and I don't like that, and she's fake. But then you look at Becky. Becky has gotten every aspect of the black woman, and there's no problem with that. Becky stays up under for hours. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the lips, the hair. Do you know a lot of those women wear extensions like us? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the stuff you don't hear about, but we're not good enough. That's what I feel like our sisters are hearing. Oh, we're not good enough now? Okay, but then y'all mad when we go over to Todd and Tim. You know what I'm saying? Because they tired of losing their women. They want to see what's fascinating about y'all women. You know what I'm saying? Would you say, Brooke, that majority of brothers out here would like just from your view, beloved, just from your view, would you say majority of us are more so looking for now, of course we want the outer too, but do you think we want more of the outside aspects of Becky? Or do you think that we really might be attracted to the family oriented, the more docile, the chill, the laid back, the not high voltage, and trying to match my energy as a man? Would you say it's more of that? Which one would you say, looks or inner character? I'm so glad you asked this question, and this is the first time I've heard a decent looking. Yeah, I'm saying, I say above average, nice looking dude, Smitty. A decent looking, a man with a mind asks this question. Let me tell you, I can't wait to answer this for the sisters. Nobody's asking this question. I think they have a lot about it. Do you know why the brothers pick Becky? Yes.
Why?
Brothers pick Becky. Well, there's a couple of reasons, but you know what that number one reason is? Because Becky can never hold you down like a black woman. And I'm going to tell you what's the difference, right? When I say hold you down, a black woman is not going to let you be mediocre. You're going to have to stand on business, you know what I'm saying? Like T.I. Son said, and handle your business.
I stand on business.
Becky going to let you do whatever, because Becky just glad that she got a big cucumber at home. You know what I'm saying? Becky, no, a black woman ain't gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you're gonna have to.
But hold on.
Hey, now, so let her rock out. So I want to hear this. Go ahead, baby.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give it names. Fatima ain't gonna let you just come in a house and do anything, and she just gonna be kissing your feet and licking on your cucumber. You know what I'm saying? And holding you at night. Oh, is them bills paid, Raheem? If them bills is not paid, then you better go out there and figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Don't get hit by no cars because I ain't got no insurance on you yet. You know what I'm saying? You ain't made enough money. I'm just saying.
What in the world? No, City, I can't let this rock, man.
Let y'all get away with the stuff that y'all get away with when y'all have Becky.
Now, hold on.
Reasons. Y'all can be weak with Becky. Y'all can't be weak with us.
I just wanted to hear what she had to say.
What, Sugar Bum, whatever, Sugar Bum. And salute to you too, Sugar Bum.
That's it.
I ain't gonna come here and say something crazy. But let me say this. Let me say this. All right, look. All right, y'all. You see, that's what's wrong with you, black women. You always think that you can kind of tell us what to do or how to be. You can't tell us shit. Okay. I am the big kahuna over here. If I want something to happen, it's gonna happen. If I don't, then I won't. And if I want to get you replaced, then I'll replace you. All right. And that's how it's gonna be. I'm the boss, like Jay-Z said. I'm the
No,
boss, and that's how it's gonna be. I'm the
no.
boss. God damn it,
If
me.
Raheem is handling his business, then we ain't got no problems. We'll be licking on them
You
cucumbers
can't tell me how to handle my
bringing
business. You're not my
slippers to
mama.
you,
You
and
can't tell me how to
giving
handle
you
my
the
business.
collard greens and the black eyed peas and the macaroni and cheese and
You can't
the
tell me how to handle
pork
business.
chops or whatever. But when you out there playing and that money ain't coming home, that bread not coming
Don't
home,
worry about my money. All right,
not
don't worry
still,
about
I
my money.
mean, some brothers may like their
Don't
white
worry about
woman
my
to
money.
bring
All
them
right.
cheeks.
no,
They may
we
like
don't
their
let y'all
quiche.
be. You can't, and a lot of that stuff y'all pull on Becky, y'all can't pull on us because guess what? We are y'all rib. We know exactly what you're supposed to be doing, exactly what you need, and exactly how
Oh
to give
boy,
it
here
to
we
you.
go.
But a
Here
lot
we
of us
go.
are not
Y'all
going to give
always
it to
think
you
y'all
because
know everything. No,
you're not
y'all
being the man
don't.
that God wanted you to be. So how can we come and show out for you? You get what I'm saying?
Y'all always talking about what we supposed to be doing. Like, y'all gotta stop with all this, man. Because we not.
Thank you,
Listen,
Sugar Bomb. Thank you.
listen.
I
We
mean,
Thank
she
you.
had
look. I ain't gotta pay
she had
nothing. All right,
a
don't worry
point
about
in
what I'm
there
paying.
though. So
I ain't gotta pay a goddamn thing if I don't want to. All right. If I want to
See,
pay it, I
that's
pay it. If I don't, I
that's why
don't.
that's
All
why men
right.
are always mediocre with Becky. Becky don't know what to do with a black man. She don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm
You
gonna tell you
think that?
something.
You think that?
I'm
You
gonna tell
think
you
that?
something. Because it's only one thing I feel like Becky can do or supposedly do that they say Fatima can't do. But guess what? This Fatima is swallowing cucumbers. So ain't nothing that Becky got on me. The hair she got, I can buy.
Come
You
on
know what
now.
I'm saying?
You,
The
come
credit
on.
score
The
she got,
cucumber
I'm
thing ain't
pretty
gonna
sure my
always work
credit
now.
score is
Come on
better.
now.
I'm pretty sure of it.
The
We
it'll
can
work
cucumber
understand.
thing
for a
ain't gonna
long
always
time.
work. The cucumber thing
It'll
ain't
work
gonna
for a
always work.
minute
All
though.
right, nah. 'Cause
Man,
I
that's
listen,
think
what
it'll work
that's
I
why
long
the
enough
brothers.
for her to
That's why the brothers
for her to
getting the
get that
passport.
security.
crumble you to your
That's why we
knees.
getting the passport. You know what I mean? Passport
Oh
brothers. You know what
shit!
I'm saying?
I will
Pa-
crumble a man to his knees. I ain't have
Salute
had
to
a
the
man
passport
yet
brothers, man.
leave behind these oral skills. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Oh my
He ain't never
gosh. Here
gonna
we
forget
go. Here
me.
we go with that again. Here we
Out of
go.
the 12 months that I bleed, you know what I'm saying? He ain't ever got to worry about nothing. I got son, and he coming home, and he's staying home because he don't want nobody else. He don't want Daryl to get what he getting. You know what I'm saying?
Who is this trying to come in my room? Who is this? Oh yeah, I'm letting him in. Yeah, yes, yes, yes. My evil twin brother Stan. Yes, I need him right here. Stan, go ahead, baby.
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up, Smitty? What's up?
Stan, what's up, baby? I'm glad you're here.
Hey, what's up?
Respect.
Yeah. How you feel
No,
about
everybody stay on. Everybody stay on. You too, Smitty. Come on, come back. Come back. Look,
What's up?
well, this one I just want to say. Like, look, I agree with everything that you guys are saying. I think moving forward, we really have to take this seriously, right? We cannot keep on starting for every generation at zero. If we're going to actually look at every other race, we are always starting at zero in our relationships. We can't keep on continuing doing this. It's not going to work. People need a place to stay. We need to buy homes, buy land, and people got to start from there and continue families and continue building that. That's number one. Number two, got to be honest. You know, if you're only interested in dating, that's all you're going to get is dates. Are you ever going to be in a real relationship? Do you really want to get married? Do you really want to start a family? Because guess what? We can talk about Becky. We can talk about Latinas. We can talk about Chinese girls. But guess what? All those women, they actually want to have a family. They don't they don't care about going on dates. They want a relationship. They want to have a family. And you got to look at that. A lot of these men, that's what they also want too. Can't fault them on this stuff. So when everybody want to go to college and get degrees, these other women they going in, degrees they want is the Mrs. So we just got to change up. That's all. I'm not going to criticize anything, no hate, but like, look, we can't keep on starting at zero. We can't keep on just going on dates for the next 40 years or 50 years and not have the end result of marriage.
Let me ask you this, brother.
Wait,
Stan.
hold on.
I
Hold
love
on,
what you
Smitty.
said.
Hold on.
I'm gonna ask
Hold
him
on
a
1 second,
question when
Smitty.
you're done, so
Yeah, I'm definitely letting you go.
go ahead.
Now, Tika, I don't know who you talking about. Got 40 different women. I don't know who that director to was. That's not.
Nah,
I
but
hope.
she right.
I
She
hope she's
right.
not
Y'all
talking.
be
Hey,
wanting y'all
I
kids
don't
to
know who
hear
she's
shit.
talking about. Who are you talking about? Got 40 different women. Who are you talking about, Tika?
Oh, she
Put
must be
it.
talking about Smitty. Smitty got 40 women?
You got 40
No,
women,
she
Smitty?
nah. I don't know what y'all don't even. This is why I calm down. This is why I calm down.
I'm
Can't
trying to
keep
figure
my
out who you
face on
talking about.
screen for a second, damn it. Shit.
No, I'm thinking she talking about like, just I'm gonna be honest. A lot of men.
Someone
can
else,
be
right, bro? There
faithful.
you go. There you go.
A lot of
Oh,
men.
Me?
wait, hold on.
A lot of men can be
Evolution, hold
faithful.
on. Hold on 1 second. She said Stan.
Me with
Oh.
Yeah.
40?
Also, Stan, you up
That
here
sounds like the dude in heaven. I thought that's was the versions you get in heaven. Stan must be in paradise. Thank you.
I ain't waiting
What's
for
it
no.
like
I'm
up
not
there,
waiting
big
for
dog? What's it
heaven.
like? What's it like?
I believe on heaven on earth. That's what I believe in. Heaven on earth.
Nah, but Stan, it can't be you, Stan. It can't be you because you just got up here and said that you wanted a family and stuff. So I know Stan don't have more than one woman. I would hope that Stan would be married.
I believe that you can have as many wives and families as you can go ahead and build with just the price of a cup of coffee a day.
I see Stan's favorite character.
No,
Stan's favorite figure in the Bible was Solomon. I can see that now.
See,
Solomon
this
and
is
King
exactly
David,
what I'm
baby.
talking about. You know what I'm saying? This is what I'm talking about. Because he went on
What'd you
to
say,
say
bro?
about how women want education. Why would we not want education? We can't find
It's
no
not.
black
I
men.
understand.
You gotta go ahead and make the money.
Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. I'm
Hold on.
saying
The
this.
degeneracy. Go ahead.
And here's the fact: when they're going to college, and it's a known. Here's something. It's not personal. It's not personally attacked. This is what we're seeing, right? And there's documentations. There's papers. There's research. Everything. A lot of women are going to college to get a husband. That's all they're doing. Once they're in college, they're going to get a husband. I thought when I wasn't going to college, I was going to find my wife. I thought that because I was watching Different World. I was meeting black people from college. They were like, yo, when they got married, they met their sweetheart in college. I thought like I was going to meet my girl in college. I should have known better. Because when I got to college and I went to the auditorium and that backstage was full of condoms on the floor, used ones, woo, it was Porky's. That's what college was. College was straight up Porky's.
But let me ask you this, brother Stan. So I like what you were saying in the first piece, and I don't want to lose. Oh, here we go. There are a lot of women nowadays who believe, because it's in women to want to have the child, believe it or not, to bore the child, breastfeed, nurse, all of that good shit more than the husband aspect. What do you say, or what is your message to the women who really believe that we are in a day and age, because women are liberated and women have careers, that they can go ahead and have a child, but they don't have to have the marriage to go along with it? I digress. Mike is muted. Rock out.
I think we all, both men and women, know more about co-parenting than we know about marriage. Like, if we're really being honest, we know more about divorce. We know more about protecting ourselves, getting over a relationship, rebuilding, calling police, filing reports, getting spousal support. We know more about that than we actually know about marriage. And not put a blame on the boomer generation, but like that generation, I mean, like they went through divorce and remarriage like it was like Pop-Tarts. And You know what I'm saying? Like they going through 10 marriages and like got 5 different families. And then my generation, Gen X, I mean, like we just don't trust nobody. So we either like try it before we buy it and we keep it around and we rent it out. And that's it. Next generation the same way. So we know more about co-parenting than we actually know about relationships and keeping it together. We really are not there. I don't want to make it seem like we're getting there and we're there, but like all honesty, nah.
Well, that message right there, ladies and gentlemen, which was very, very profound and deep. This is why the best generation on planet Earth are millennials. That's right. Shout out to all the 80s and early 90s babies. We in here. Okay, now, and that is what it is. I digress. My mic is muted. You got the floor. So,
What you mean? You guys the one that started all the polygamy.
I don't know what you're talking about, sir. Speaking Japanese.
That ain't right.
Come on, man.
That ain't right.
Millennials got it.
On 70s, 80s, and 90s.
No.
Y'all will not marry
at
y'all
all.
baby daddies, but y'all go ahead and marry her baby daddy.
Not at
We
all.
don't claim them 70s niggas. Them 70s niggas ain't with us. That's something else.
80s and 90s.
We
and
80s and
2000s.
early 90s babies. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Cheating is not polygamy. I hope we know this. And if you don't have the money to be a polygamist, y'all need to stop because y'all making it look bad. It look terrible with these broke men trying to find places to stay. So they drop off these retarded babies. Let's talk about it. To these breeders, these retarded women, let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? And then they call it polygamy because they don't want to call it what they are. The rejects of the society. You know what I'm saying? The unwanted. The ones we didn't want. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you something. And this needs to be a real. Ladies, stop giving up your womb to a man that's not your husband. Stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? Because once
if he can tickle your womb and make a deposit, that is your husband. How about that part?
This man just love you. He ain't trying to make you no wife or nothing. He just planting babies in you. You a breeder. You know what I'm saying?
You was the wife that night.
You like
but
a
you
horse.
was that wife that night, though. You was the wife that night.
No more respect. Stop doing it. You know what I'm saying? That would help the community too. So it's a lot of things.
Look, Brooke, you got a point. She does have a point in the sense of because when you're talking about, starting that, the rules and regulations, the real laws behind that from Islam to African cultures, the whole nine is you must be more than self-sufficient, and no wife is to have something that the other wife doesn't. If I decide my wife one is going to get a brand new Benz and I got 3 others, I got to buy 4 Benzes. I better have my bread right for 4 damn Benzes.
Yes. Yes.
It's not what people think. That is a real thing, and people do play around with it and give it a bad name. So I did want to go ahead and make sure that I, you know what I'm saying.
Can I say something real quick?
On that part, you do have to have your bread right to take care of all of them equally.
Yes.
Can I say something about that real quick? Can I say something real quick?
Sure.
All right. The reality is this: nobody's religious. Nobody's really following the set religion. Everybody just met somebody that night. It was cool. You got high, you got a little smoke, you drank. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he went a little too deep and he got in the womb. Hold on. He got a little too deep. He got in the womb. The condom slipped off and broke. Kids are made.
So who are these people?
Again. Like hold on. I'm going to get there.
These ain't people above 21 that's doing that.
I'm going to get there. I'm going to get there, right? When people don't have a vision and they don't have insight and they don't have a belief and don't have a faith, they're going to make things work. I can't I'm hearing what everybody's saying. I don't disagree with it. However, this has been going on for 5 decades. We're all under 50. So this is before we were here. This has been going on. It's not going to stop because people are not in any form of religion, nor do they believe it. A lot of people go off. I had this one friend. He got 28 kids between 5 women. I think he's on 33 right now. but they're in competition. If one got it, he got to give the other one. And it's like, I hear what you guys are saying, but we are not in that state like where we can go ahead and make it regulated and this religion-based, faith-based, and we're on the same accord. People out here are just doing it to do it, and it's on both parties, the man and the women.
Brother Stan, I love that. What I would say to that, and definitely big ups to that, because you got some definitely great points on what you said. This is the main reason why folks like myself say we shouldn't be doing it in the first place. This is why niggas don't have no damn business trying to juggle something and you can't even hold one apple. Are you trying to juggle three? You see? So if that is the case, which I do agree with a lot of what you're saying, a lot of people not really walking in whatever it is they so-called claim that they walking in and everything else. Well, if that's the case, then the least that you can do to minimize the damage, keep that bitch down to at least one. If you know you can't focus and really keep track and have everything be straight when it comes to you and multiple people, then I would say either be by yourself, because I do advocate that for some people. Some people don't need to be in no damn relationship. Your ass need to just go adopt some shit. Go adopt some exotic animals and go find some land. That's what you need to do. Okay, and then some of us, we can be worked with. Absolutely, we can be worked with. But if you're going to do it, I would definitely say stop all this trying to like live up to a certain facade of something that you see, because we all know everything that glitters ain't gold. Everything that we read and see, it's not always exactly how they make it seem to be. It's always little stuff that come with that. You're like, man, I ain't know it was what. Hold on, wait a minute. You can't, or we supposed to, I gotta, And then that's how people get, they start falling short. So if you're going to go ahead and do something like that, you need to make sure, honestly, for real, you're a wealthy man. If you're not a wealthy man, you don't need to be juggling multiple women, because women cost. Your side chick, yes. You married, you think you got a side chick for free? Nigga, fuck out of here. You paying something, like, bruh, it costs. Then you got to keep up with names. You got to keep up with this. You can't call her this name. Oh, shit, Janet, my bad, Barbara. You can't do that shit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you just got to know how to maneuver. But I would say just learn how to maneuver in just a single-based family home, as far as it's just you and that one other person. I think it's muted. Right?
Hold on. I'm gonna say this: in a perfect world, yes, I believe everything that Smitty's saying. But I'm a dig in the stands world. I'm a dig in the stands world, and I'm just digging into the player world. All right. Now, I mean, listen, okay. Not every woman you gotta treat the same. So, Smitty, I disagree with you. Not everybody getting a Benz, because some girl may get a Honda, another one may get a Toyota, some may get a Acura. All right. Not everybody getting a Benz, okay. All right, that's just what it is. Because some people don't want a Benz, and some people don't require a Benz. That's the thing. When you're out there playing the game, you don't put everybody on the same level. That's the thing. Everybody put everybody on the same level, and that's why things are getting messed up. You don't put them on the same level, then there's no expectation for them to be on the same level as the main chick. It's the main chick, then the side courses, and then whatever else is there. The dessert,
now, that's
the appetizer.
That's a whorehouse.
Ain't no whorehouse. Ain't no whorehouse. See, you take it to the extreme. You take it to the extreme.
No, you're describing a brothel, sir. That's a brothel. Yeah, no, she's right. It's a brothel.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
y'all taking it to a whole different level.
Ain't no bottom chick in polygamy. You know
yes. There's a bottom chick and everything.
No, there's not a bottom chick.
Just like hold on. Just like women got men in their phone called lunch. All right, you got a man in your phone named Lunch, and you know he only there for lunch. All right, just keep it G. Let's keep it G.
In polygamy, in polyamory, because that's before the marriage. In polyamory, what you're doing is you're setting up household for empire building. That's what you're supposed to be doing. So, like Smitty was saying, every woman is on the same level. You get what I'm saying?
I'm not talking about poly. I'm not talking about poly.
So y'all talking about pimping and hoeing, because y'all gotta be talking about pimping and hoeing. That's the only thing.
I'm not talking about that either. So you taking
yeah. He's talking about it. Don't walk in the blade.
I ain't
They
talking about
walking
that
the
either.
blade, bro.
I'm
You,
not. I'm
you
not
gotta
talking that
be.
either.
When
I'm
you
saying
have
that
more than
not
women,
all men and women need to be on the same level. Okay, that's what I'm saying. And I think we all know that, and we all do that. Some men and women, are just business. Some are friends. Some are associates. Some are family. You know what I
but
mean?
that's different. That's
Some are
different
intimate.
levels, though.
It's
That's not
different
dating.
levels, exactly.
That's
So
not
it's different
dating, though.
levels
You
to
can't put them all in the
everything.
same category.
Nah, you can't put everybody in the same category. That's why the game messed up now. That's why the game is messed up now. Everybody on the same level. Now everybody can be on the same level. All right. When you go to the liquor store, there's a top shelf preserve, and then there's just the regular liquor, and then it's the middle class. All right. What can you afford? If you don't come in there
Don't forget
wanting
the
top
back
shelf
room.
liquor,
Don't forget the back room.
if you only got bottom shelf liquor money, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead, Stan.
I think I'm gonna go get me a white man.
No, I'm saying don't
Any
forget
of
the
y'all know
back
some
room
white
at the
men?
liquor store.
I'm gonna need Tom, Tim,
Don't forget the back
and
room of the
Joey.
liquor store, and
I can't deal
Mr.
with this.
Electro.
I definitely can't forget about the back level. The back level be where the exclusive stuff is at.
That's where you get your white Hennessy. That's where you get that white Hennessy.
Exactly.
I will say this, like, it's not the same level, because if you look at, now I'm going to add the Bible on this. If you look at Jacob, right? Leah was the first wife, gave birth to the sons, but he didn't like Leah, but he liked Rachel. Rachel couldn't give birth. They concubines added to the fold for the next generations. And then you're looking at the two sons that he got from Rachel that he loved the most. We're all humans. Husbands do have their favorites. Nobody loves people equally. That's across the board. If you're from like a big family, there are favorites in the family, but you still got fed and clothed and loved, but you're just not the favorite. That's it. But I will add this. HBO have a show called Big Love, and you will see that, like, he had a wife, his first wife, and he loved his first wife, and then you had the second wife that came in from his other church. He married her, and then he got somebody as a third wife, but he had to spend time with each and every one of them. He couldn't treat them all equal. They were all different. And you got to understand that, because nobody's going to be equal, and it's not fair, but that's the whole thing. If you get into that type of stuff, that's what's happening. And that's just the reality of it. I just want to add on what Smitty was saying. Like, I think everybody's got into this what we don't talk about, and it's not just black men, because it's white men that do it too. What's that guy? Mariah Carey's ex-husband?
Oh, Nick Cannon.
Going around making kids, and every time they show something like, oh, he's dating a woman, I'm like, no, he's not. He about to breed that one. We all know what it is, right? But these women are going around saying like, oh, he's dating me. I'm like, nah, he's just trying to get you pregnant. So
that's very true. But see, Nick did that because he was on a what do you call that? That thing where you about to die? Oh man, what do you call it when you're about to die? And then you do something bucket list. Those children were bucket list children. Because you remember a lot of people don't remember what Nick's story was. Nick started doing that when they told him, man, he had lupus, and they gave him a date that he was going to die. Do y'all remember that? And then all of a sudden, Nick was like, balls to the wall. Everybody getting a kid. And he just started percolating. Yeah, so it wasn't that he just, that was a reason. You know what I'm saying? And to this day, if you hear any of his interviews, he'll say, I'm still sick, and I'm still dealing with lupus. And I think he said he wanted to leave a legacy. But everybody wants to compare themselves to Nick. No, Nick had a certain.
No, here's something.
Nick ain't right, but I understand why he did it.
Don't do the understanding. Don't fall for it. I'm going to say this. Nick is smart. Nick went ahead and got everything done in Texas. And there was a reason why he did it in Texas, because there's a limit on how much money you can get when you spread out all these kids. He's not in all these children's lives, right? And I agree with you on that. These are little kids. Mm-hmm. It's not fair to the women, because you're not like, people now looking at you, well, you had a baby with Nick, you want me to marry you? Like, nah, I'm not going to go do that. Or women who have kids with Future. It's like Sierra's blessed. Yeah. She moved on. But I don't know how the other women are going through it, right? If you're looking at stuff like this, because, and it's not just black men, You're looking at Tamar Braxton's ex-fiance, who have 5 kids with different black women. It's like, yo, there are men who are just into just making babies and not really taking care of the babies. And at one point or another, we really got to do a case study and see, like, what is this about? Because I forget, what's that guy called Malcolm in the Middle? That dude got 40 plus kids. That child relaxing.
Because our men are looking at that and they thinking that that's going to be done. Then when the child support stuff start coming in and they making $2 for the whole week, it's like, oh my God! It's like, come on, son. Like, you're not Nick Cannon. You're not dying, and you can't have kids like Nick can have kids. You can't do it like Lil Wayne is doing it. You're not on that same level. You know what I'm saying?
But sadly enough, there's a lot of men that are doing it that's not on that level. And that's the thing with the responsibility. Saying. But that's responsibility on both parts, right? I don't understand the mindset of a woman who sees a man with a bunch of kids and say, like, okay, I'm going to give him number 10 and 11, right? I don't understand that at all. So what's going on for her? If you already see him with 9 kids, he don't like none of his baby mamas. He don't even spend time with none of his kids. What's going to make your kids different? And what's going to make you different?
Yep, stop giving your womb away without a ring. You shouldn't.
What's up, the panel? How y'all doing today?
Girl, I hope I'm saying that right. Hi.
Hey, what's up, man?
Long time no see, bro. You know what I mean? What we saying, bro?
You know, I'm gonna come in and talk my shit, but we worried about the wrong thing. God has always been able to provide for a whole entire universe, right? Like, God was able to create a whole universe with ease, right? All to everything down to the science is perfectly set in stone, from the molecules to the sun and the moon, right? To your heart rate, your heartbeat, the air that comes in out your mouth, the water that falls from the sky with there's nothing to contain it, but it comes down at command, right? To everything, the ocean is the most dominant force on Earth, but yet it's contained so that we can maintain life here on Earth. So it's just that much easy for God to do all of this, right? So I understand that everybody's self-righteous and not these ideologies of family first and having kids into wedlock and living happily ever after. But guess what? That's too much Disneyland and Happy Days, right? Monday, Tuesday, Happy Days, right? Too much of those things, right? The reality is, the realistic part of it, right? Single moms will always exist. Single dads will always exist. Babies will be made because the human race must go forward. But God has put us here for a plan, right? He's the creator of the humans. And he's providing, right? Because there's so many kids who are adopted, so many kids who have stepdads that are stepping in, right? There is ways that have been made. So to tell a man who's put here to produce that he shouldn't be producing is not really our place to say, right? Because we're not the ultimate creators of life and death, right? We're here on borrowed time as well. And God brought us into this world just like he can take us out, right? So let's keep that in mind, right? That you're here under the pretense because somebody allowed you to be here, right? You ain't self-efficient. You ain't forever lasting, everlasting, right? You're just here until God says good night, right? So once we have that understanding, right, we can clearly see that, you know what, it's in God's hands. You know what I mean? If that poor man, poor woman, or crackheads have a baby, but that baby's in God's hands, right? Or if the family doesn't work out, that woman divorced that man because she's just not happy, it's in God's hands, right? So let's be real about this, right? Let's have the conversation about, you know what, nobody's perfect, right? We can sit here and point the fingers all we want to. I'm sure everybody got a little something in their resume that's spotted, right? That they don't want people to see. But you know, God knows everything, right? God knows your deepest, darkest secrets. So therefore, while we up on these panels talking to us, you know, about what everybody should be doing, how everybody should be living, right? Yet we're humans, flawed humans with flaws that are clearly, right, just as flawed as everybody else. Now, you might think your flaws are better, but that's delusional, right? And this is probably the women. They think their flaws are better than our flaws. But what they don't understand is flaws are flaws. And these kids are going to continue to come forward. The poor people will continue to have the majority of the babies. And this is the way it's going to be. If you do not like the way it is going, right? If you don't like the way God running this, you need to take that up with him, right? I don't know if he's going to answer you, right? He might smash you. Well, I don't know. But if you're going to have a problem with this, about the way God run his world, the way he created, I'm a shaking fear if you try to address this. But I pray that you just don't, and just be humble and apologize for even speaking on how he run his stuff. Because without doubt, he can wipe you out. It's not even a fair battle. So I said to be humble is better to be exalted. Right? And let he without sin first cast that stone. And I digress.
Dang, yes, sir. Okay. I like everything he said. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yes.
Can I be honest? Can I be honest? Because one thing I'm gonna do, word to Brooklyn, is I'm gonna have to keep it real. I'm gonna have to keep it real. I respect what's being said, right? But I'm gonna just do it like this. If we don't talk about the stuff that is going on now currently with our community, do you think that we are ever going to be a strong community again? And do you think the dysfunction that is coming in our community is from God? I really want to know that.
It's God's call whether we're going to come together or we're going to stay divided. It's his call.
I'm going to be honest. I know. I think that let me tell you something. Faith without works is dead, right? So, if you don't work to get what you need from God, a lot of times you don't get it because you didn't put no work in. You just waited on God. You get what I'm saying? It's just like the people that was on the house. See, I remember that. The people that was on the house, God sent them all types of help. And they was like, nah, I'm waiting on Jesus. What happened? The house burned and they died. You know what I'm saying? Waiting on Jesus. Because Jesus was waiting on them to take some of the help that he sent. And sometimes that could be a brother or a sister pulling your coattail like, look, you messing up. Get it right. You know what I'm saying?
This is why
sometimes that be the Lord's help.
This is why the God suffered a woman not to teach or preach or usurp authority over man, right? Because see how she's speaking?
And I'm going to keep speaking. Brooklyn. I'm going to keep
she's
speaking.
She's telling the Almighty.
You're just going to be messed up with me.
She's telling the Almighty.
You have to talk to Jesus about me.
Telling the Almighty,
know that my God, know your God. And my God is always
the Almighty God.
That's all I'm saying.
To run his kingdom, right? She's telling the Almighty God how life should be on earth, right? When she does not have the power of her own life. She's in the hands of God's mercy. And you better hope
how I don't have the power over my own life. Do you know me somewhere?
We just have to understand, right? Our place and our role. Your position is not over God to tell God how to run his shot, right? He runs you. He controls your heartbeat and every air that comes out your mouth. So you better be humble. It's better to be humble than to be exalted. Because
I'm gonna tell you what I better do. I'm gonna tell you what I better do. I'm gonna tell you what I better do. I'm gonna tell you, because that's what I better do, that this is half of my show. You know what I'm saying? You better figure out something. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm always going to give my opinion. Always.
God got this.
And if you don't know my life, you know what I'm saying? Then you wouldn't know how I'm doing over here. But I was good enough to be able to be a co-host on this show, the show that you are on, sir.
The Lord give it. The Lord can give it, and the Lord can take away.
That type of rhetoric is why black women don't want y'all anymore. This is what I be talking about. Let's be honest.
Okay, let's get it in there. Okay.
Because he was born a man over a woman. We're not doing that.
Tell us how you feel.
2023. About to be 2024. And the women are ruling right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm just going to say it. Let's just be honest.
Imagination.
Hey, can I hold on.
Don't want y'all no more.
Hey, hold on.
What it is. Because y'all not coming to the table with nothing. Can I be honest? I'm just saying.
Just, bro.
This is what we gotta do. This is why we come at y'all like we come at y'all. This is why. I'm sorry. That whole
you okay?
Don't work over here. I'm just saying.
She okay?
It don't work over here where I'm at. I'm just saying.
I digress.
Ruthless. Let me just God lead, man.
I digress.
Y'all good, man. Hey, let me ask you a question, Rufus. It's just a question, bro. Back
So
to
yes,
you.
yes,
It was
sir.
good to see you as always.
How you doing,
Um,
sir?
respect. All right, so you have a, you know, this is all hypothetically speaking. So you have a mechanic shop, and it's a, you got your garage, and it's full stock. I'm talking about every possible gadget, accessory, everything that a mechanic could need to restore a vehicle. If the mechanic is in the shop and does not use any of the tools at that shop, will they be able to restore the vehicle as it should be? Would you say?
It's also written, "Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God." But to answer your question,
No.
right?
Ruthless, roof. Let's
You
stay
see,
right here and hold on. Let's stay right here in the shop. In the
yeah,
shop right now.
I
We're
am in the
in the
shop.
mechanic shop.
I'm in God's shop.
If Ruthless, if you are in a shop and you have all of the tools in front of you to restore a vehicle, if you do not pick up any of the tools, will you be able to restore that vehicle as you should
Yes,
with not picking up any of the tools? Not a drill, you didn't
yes,
use the lift, nothing.
yes. I'm gonna take the money. I'm gonna call a mechanic. I'm gonna pay him. I didn't do nothing. You're right. I ain't finna pick up a damn tool, and I never will. The mechanic who I'm gonna call, a mobile mechanic, and I'm gonna get my address and let him come on down and do
Okay.
it.
All
And I'm
right,
gonna,
Ruthless. I love you to death, brother. All right, so since we're going to play this game tonight, the fact is, Ruthless, the scenario that I gave you in which you diverted from and went somewhere left, you were basically saying that you'll pay someone. That wasn't part of the option of the question in which I proposed to you, sir.
well, I mean,
What I said specifically was if you are in there with all of the tools and you do not pick up the tools, will you be able to restore it? So
okay.
where I'm getting at is, right, respectfully, where I'm getting at is, you know, the sister does have a very valid point. There's even an old saying, like I said before, about the guy that the flood was coming and a boat came by, helicopter and all these things. And he said, nah, I'm good. I'm waiting on God. And then when he got up there to heaven, what I was like, why you ain't saved me? And God was like, I sent you a boat. I sent you this. I sent you that. You utilized nothing. That is a very real thing as far as what I believe is definitely holding up those who share my skin tone and features as well.
Hey,
The
you got your
whole
league.
like we don't let me finish, Ruth. Let me finish, Ruth.
And you know you got your league though.
Let me finish, Ruthless.
I'll let you finish.
Thank you. So what I'm saying is that when it comes to how we're going to go ahead and get anything done, we can keep just talking about ideas, never putting anything in place. And you know what it winds up being? Only dreaming. There's nothing wrong with dreaming, and it's nothing wrong with imagining. It's nothing wrong with envisioning. But if you never, ever start to do things to implicate and put these things in place, then you will never know what it's like if that was to work or if it wasn't to work. And that is why we have the free will to be able to say, do I want to put the work in or do I not? Now, the free will comes with you don't have to work. But guess what the ramifications of that is? Then we can't sit around bitching and complaining. Shut the fuck up. Shut up. Don't say nothing because you don't want to work towards it. You have to remember how, if you know anything, because there are many prophets in the word, there are many of those who had physical things take place. I don't know, like burning bushes, you name it, I don't know. Many physical things took place, but those physical things that took place were a direct message from our loving creator. But, you know, see, the thing is that we won't be able to handle these things if, you know, say angels came in their true form the soul, the whole nine. There are things that have to be placed into a way which us in our human physical form can identify. There are some things we won't even know how to identify what that is if it truly showed up in its raw, pure, natural state.
See,
so if you have God that is giving you tools to restore the vehicle in which we're talking about our community relationships, if you have what is there to restore it, and if you only look at the tools, talk about the tools, but never pick the tools up, you will never fix shit. I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
So, Smitty, this is why you're not in control, right? This is why God is greater than you, because your thoughts are not God's thoughts. Neither your ways His ways. So far as the east is from the west, sure, your thoughts from His thoughts. Sure, your ways from His ways. So that everything you just said out your mouth was from a mouth of a man of foolish reasoning, right? To underestimate that God is relying upon the creation which He created, right? Like He's stupid enough to say, well, I'm hoping they deliver me. I hope they do something for me right once in a while. Like God is moving in a losing position, right? Just let this be clear. God is always moving in a winning position, right? He's the master of the universe. He is the author and finisher of this world. So I don't know. I mean, just so you understand, about tools and all that. God is what moves this world moves. This is why this world exists, right? All the planets, all the stars. The sun is set there for billions a year under God's command. You know how big the sun is? It's like, I don't think you got to put like 50 earths, 100, 1,000 earths in there just to fill it up. And it sits there under God's command to burn, right? And you think you're going to, who you're not, I know you're not more powerful than the sun, Smitty, and you're going to overpower God? But first and foremost, let's be clear. We are under God's authority at all times. So when we're talking about, oh, well, you use the tools, if you don't do this, and you don't do that, and you don't do this, and you don't do that, and no, God is doing what He's doing, and God is always going to have His way. Now, you might lack faith in this area. You might lack the knowledge in this area, which I'm not mad at you. But what I will say this, Smitty, I will say this. The great and the almighty, right, who is exalted above any of your thoughts. So everything you said fell on empty platters, right? You try to take credit from God and give it to man. Talk about, well, God is dependent on the weak, imperfect man, right? Why would God depend on someone who's imperfect, right? We can't even talk a relationship. We do so many things wrong in this world. You think God, the women don't even want to rely on us. God gonna rely on us. You think women don't even, she just said that this is why we don't want you men. You think God's gonna turn around and depend on us? Let's really reevaluate your position. You are a creation, right? And you're under the authority. And God does not bow to you, nor does He depend on you for any sort of work. All of this is in His hands. And He is wonderful. Now, I pray that you humble yourself, Smitty. I hope you do. I know you're off cam. And I pray that you kind of tone it back a little bit, because the Almighty will pull up on you. I don't think you want that smoke. I don't think you want that smoke against the Almighty. Because He...
Yeah, she's sir. So what God are we talking about? What God are you talking about?
There's only one God, one faith, one baptism. One God.
What's His name or her name?
With her name? Here we go. Now,
I said his or her. In order to follow God's rules, you have to know how to listen.
Hey, bro,
so his or her. What's the name?
His name is Jesus Christ.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to make sure. All right.
You had a problem with that? I know you don't want that.
If I did, would it matter? I'm just a woman.
Yeah, because Lord will smash you easy. So you're right. You're doing a smart thing, not take that smoke. So, as men and women, we have to understand God has the keys to life and death, heaven and hell. And we will be judged by Him without further ado. So it's best to be humble and pray that God extends his mercy to your soul, the very soul. Now we're sitting here judging everybody. We sitting here talking about black women, talking about black men ain't good. The black men talking about black women ain't no good. But guess what? All have sinned and fallen short of the glory of God. So ain't nobody better than nobody, right? We all fall under sin and condemnation for our evil acts of adultery, acts of homosexuality. You want me to keep going, right? We know that we all.
Can I ask you a question though? Because I can read all what you're saying in the Bible. Let me ask you a question.
I'm listening.
So with this topic here, no church, no love. How did you apply that to your life? Like when I say that, like your wife, did you find her in the church? Was she doing something godly? You know what I'm saying? On earth when you found her and the Lord, said to you, this is her. This is who she is. You need to grab her, marry her right now, have children. Is that how it went? I just want to know, like, how did you apply this topic to your life? Can you apply it to your life?
Well, so no church. You said no church, no love.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I understand that. Well, no church. Well, the church exists, right? The church exists. And the church exists because God loves the church. God's church doesn't need the love of man or beast to exist. And God loves you with eternal love, right? God loves you with everlasting love that can't be moved by actions, by people, persons, things, right? This is a love that is extended forever. God is not like man or woman who's unstable in all of their ways. God is very dependable. God is very reliable, right? For his commandments, right, are the standard. God is the standard. See, this is the problem with women, right? Y'all looking to men for the very thing that God is. And this is the problem with men looking at the women for the very thing that God is, right? For all have sinned and fallen short of his glory. So if you want peace and you desire hope and you want happiness, right? And you want somebody that's going to be reliable, God Almighty is a top candidate. Now, just to be honest with you, this is not optional for everybody to get a part of this. But I'm just saying, there's nobody to compete. There's nobody who can compete with the righteous God of Israel, with the righteous God of the Christians, right? One faith, one baptism, one God. And that's just where it rolls.
All right. So let me ask you something, because did you hear the question I had asked you?
Yes.
No, we didn't. No, you didn't.
That's
no, you didn't.
Because
if you did, you would have answered it.
I'm trying.
See, Smitty, you have to understand. Just because a woman or a person asks a question, right, doesn't mean the question is going to get answered all the time, right? Sometimes she has to take
but this is a show. You're supposed to answer what I asked. What are you talking about? You're supposed to answer what I asked.
You said no love, no church, no love to the topic.
You know what Smitty does when he doesn't want to answer a question? He does a little something. I digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
No church, no love is what I was addressing. That's what I was addressing. Now, if you want me to address, what else you want me to address? Now, if you said God tell me to go find a wife, first of all, I'm not married. To answer that question, right? I'm not married to any physical woman on this earth, but I am married in the church of God. If you really want to know the truth, right? The truth.
Can you break that down for me? What does that mean? You're married in the church of God. What does that mean?
Yeah, I'm married. I'm the church.
You know what that shit mean, bro?
We're married to God. Church is married. The church is married to God. God is married to the church. However you want to look at it. And we are one, and under his authority, and under his dominion, and under his hope, and under his love. So therefore, that is our truth. Because remember, even if you do get married here on earth, it's only temporary. And remember, being married here on earth is not salvation or righteousness. So therefore, whether you're married or not married, right, it's all the same, right? Because the only thing that counts is the love that God implies to you. That's what is eternal. And that is what's from everlasting to everlasting.
Man, okay. Vaughn, what's good, man? Mr. Vaughn Eric, our music curator. What's up, baby?
Vaughn, what's up, man? Save us.
Please.
Man, it's going on up here tonight. How everybody doing? Blessings to everybody on the panel and on the chat.
Much love.
Much love. What's the topic? No church, no love. No church.
That's it.
Break it down, Evolution. I'm sorry.
Okay, so what I mean by that is, could you be in a relationship, a long-standing relationship with somebody that doesn't believe in, doesn't go to church, doesn't believe in church, no religion? Can you be with that type of person and it be okay? And if you can, what standards, what circumstances could you deal with?
Oh wow, that's a good question. And you said no religion. Do they believe in a higher power or no?
Well, they could have some religion. It's up to your standards. But would you just deal with somebody that they don't believe in church at all, or would you deal with somebody that has certain rules about church? So it could be either or. It's up to you. Okay. And explain it if you could.
Well, right now it would be someone who does believe in a higher power, but we both are on the same path, and we are equally yoked, not just in church, going to church, because we may not both go to church, but we are equally yoked in church within ourselves, and with meaning mind, body, and soul and spirit. So yes, but even if someone does not go to church, like a physical church, but yet they follow the church within themselves, I can see that being together and coming together as one. And even though I still see, well, I've seen it. Some people I've seen people that's Muslim but marry a Christian or Jewish, but they don't go to the temple. They don't do that. It's just that how they was raised and their beliefs in certain other systems brought them together as one. So I think that as long as that love comes first, I believe that's church also. And I believe love is church. So in church, it's a broad word, so it can be considered in many ways, not just a temple. Not physical temple, I mean, but your temple that surrounds you, that's church also.
Okay, I respect that. I definitely respect that. Smitty, you want to say something, Smitty? Oh, you on mute? Okay.
Okay. Not really. I mean, honestly, salute to the brother again. No, I mean, he kind of hit it. I was touching on that a little bit myself earlier, as far as because I mean, even if you go to what it actually says in the text, you know what I mean? Like, it really is like a lot of it does. People forget there's a lot of places throughout the text that actually speaks on the privacy and how your relationship is your relationship, the whole nine. And I'll be honest with you. I mean, I'm just saying this from somebody who sees what's taking place nowadays. If we're talking about, again, really keeping it, like, bro, there's a lot of stuff that's going on in these churches that, I'm going to be real. So you want me to go to a church that's basically ran by gays? Yeah, I said it just like that. That shit is not permitted. It's a place called Sodom and Gomorrah, and we all know what happened to it. Don't turn around or you'll turn to a pillar of salt. That's how bad it was. Those who were fleeing could not even look back at the destruction. It was that bad.
Smitty, are you
Don't you ever look back at this. So Ruthless, please, brother. So my point is that I totally get that aspect as far as, I'm not too big on, and I'm not so tough because you don't look. I don't want people to think that I'm up here trying to shit on church or nothing. It's nothing like that. Again, I say it all the time. I will drive you behind there. I will give you money, and I will ask you what time you're going to be ready. Or there are times I will actually come with you. No problem. No problem. I don't have no issues with that because I'm a person. I'm too firm in my belief system and how I look at this whole thing of theology.
Are you a Christian?
Over everything else. So, I mean, it's not something that I really consider, like my brother said right here, to be one physical place, man. God starts inside of me first. And everything that is projected in that church is starting from within inside that person. And then we all in unison project it. If you don't have that within you from jump, You don't need to be in the building in the first place.
This is where
I
you're wrong.
digress. My mic is muted. Rock out.
Jesus said, I came not for the righteous, huh? but to bring sinners unto repentance. So if you don't, I mean, how are you talking? What you mean you don't have God in you? God is the one who determines salvation. God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth shall not perish but have eternal life. So what do you mean?
Ruthless, everything you just said is 100% correct. Smitty has no disagreement. I do not go back and forth about those things. Listen, Ruthless. I see that you're very, very strong and firm. I'm telling you right now, Smitty is the first one to tell you stay right there, brother. Stay right there and keep growing.
Are you
Don't
Christian?
change nothing. Do what works for Ruthless, right? If that works for you, stay there. That's all I gotta say. I am not going back and forth about what really is this, who's right, who's wrong, because that's the biggest thing that we keep on doing, and that's the problem.
Okay.
I don't engage in that.
I think he misquoted. I think he misquoted you, though. I think when he said, "What you say, Ruthless?" You said, "What you say?" That first part you said about because I think you misquoted because he did say.
I didn't quote him at all.
Okay, what did you say that he said though?
No, I just said that Jesus said he came for that he didn't come for the righteous. I quoted Jesus. He said he didn't come for the righteous.
Right.
He came to draw sinners unto repentance.
Right.
He came for the people who are bad, who need help, who
Right.
need a physician, who is sick. That's what he came for. So therefore, to say somebody needs God or needs to act on something is not an issue, right? But God is the one that does the acting. God is the one that delivers. God is the one that implies mercy. God is the one that cultivates the heart. God is the one that upholds the soul in righteousness. God is the one that provides a way of wisdom so that you know that he is almighty and that he would never fail you, for he would never leave you nor forsake you. This is what we stand on, the principle of Christianity. Now, if you're not in this type of mindset, because I asked him, was he a Christian? Because I see him quote Bible scriptures. I was just interested. But since he doesn't want to answer the question, that's fine. That's fine.
Wait, and he did say what is in you though. So
Yeah,
you
but
just describing what
it's okay.
what he said. He said what is in you.
Well, obviously, he's not a Christian because I can tell by the fruit that's coming off his tree. So he's not preaching the gospel unto salvation. He's putting everything on man's back. When in the gospel of salvation is everything on God's back. Right? God is our hero. God is our number one. He fights for us and he protects us from the evils of the world. Right? He's the one that puts the battle to rest. So therefore, this is what separates. This is what separates those who know and believe in God. Those who know and believe in God know that God is going to win this battle for us. Those who lack faith, those who lack the relationship with God, they're going to try to work it themselves. They're going to try to beat this world and God by themselves, and they will lose.
Can I ask a question? When Smitty was talking about like the gay church and you know, because there are churches like that, you know, how do you feel? Do you guys feel that those churches are legitimate? Would you go to a church that was ran by, you know, people that are in love with the same sex?
So once again, right? I remember when Jesus, remember the lady who was caught in adultery. The Pharisees brought to.
I ain't gonna lie, Ruthless. That's a yes or no. Give us the yes or no first, and then afterward.
Smitty,
I swear on life, Ruthless. Yes or no? Yes or no? Then elaborate.
They said, "Your master, we have caught this woman in adultery."
That nigga refuses.
Go
ahead.
I'm gonna be honest. It's too much because you go off into these scriptures and I totally lose.
And Jesus said to them, "Let he without sin first cast a stone." So if I met a brother who the Lord had delivered and gave him wisdom and knowledge, but yet he had maybe a weakness in lusting after men, I'm still gonna be my brother, and God would deal with him. God would chastise him. But here's the deal, right? Even when you're saved, your flesh still exists. So this will always be rebellious against God. So don't judge a man by the outward appearance, right? We don't judge after the flesh, but we judge righteous judgment. We judge by the fruit which is coming from a tree, which is wisdom, the doctrine.
So you would go to the homosexual church? You would go to the gay church? They can lead you?
I am the church. Excuse me? The church is not made with
So,
hands.
so you would go to the homosexual church? They can lead you. What you saying? Is that a yes? Sorry, is that a yes?
What I'm saying is the church is not made with hands.
I'm not going.
Is that a yes? Can I get a yes or a
All
no?
I'm gonna say is this is why a lot of people have been ran off from it.
That's
Because
what
of
I'm saying.
people
This is
I
why people
swear
leave
on
church.
life.
Yeah,
That talk right there, why a lot of people say, man, F whole I'm confused.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, Smitty, we're
It's
not
not-
recruiting. I'm just letting you know we're not recruiting. So
Real talk, bro. Yes,
we don't
what? You're
we
not?
don't need,
Seriously.
Smitty, we don't need people. We're not here to pander to people. We don't care, right? When it comes to God's going to come and conquer, we want to conquer. God takes what he wants. Our God
You
is
are
against us.
absolutely right. No argument.
You're going into something else when it comes to judgment, which you was right. We can't dispute what you was right, but the question was, would you go to church? You're answering it as that you went to the church or as you not going to the church. You're answering the question.
I answered the question.
You answered the question within a judgmental answer.
No,
She asked, "Would you go to the church? Would you go to the church, or would you not?"
You don't understand. God's church is not made with hands.
But that's not what's the question. The question was, would you go to the church?
We are the church. The humans are the church. So
Okay, yes, that is true. Would you go to the
right?
Would
And he
you
was
go
struggling
to
with that. That's still my brother. That's
we
still
not
my
asking.
brother.
That's not the
I'm
question.
still
That she,
gonna fellowship with him. I'm still going to break the bread with him. What are you talking about?
okay, well then that's the question.
I'm not going to say he's not going to have.
They just said yes. So we can-
Yeah, he said yeah, he would. I would if a person invited me to the church, as what you saying. Yes, I would.
Yeah, church. You mean the building?
Yes, I would go to the building. Yes.
I ain't going to no building because no building represent the church of God. Come on now. And
this is why I asked that question, right?
And then
Because
if I did go to the building, right, it's the doctrine which they're preaching is what I'm going to judge. If they're in there preaching a false doctrine, then they're in just as much danger as the homosexuals is. They're the same. For you got to remember, if you break one law, you guilty of the whole law of God. So this is not. You got to remember, there's no difference between a homosexual and a murderer. They're all the same. All have sinned. So what are we talking about here?
We don't have a clue, Rufus, because I'm still trying to follow what you're talking about. So I don't know, bro. I don't know.
yeah, I missed
There's
that.
no difference.
But he said he will break bread with him. So
No doubt. If he comes in and the Lord leads me to have a Bible study with this brother, when are we gonna do this? Whatever he do, God is gonna deal with the flesh. Maybe he got a weakness. Something's still wrong with him, but the word of God of salvation is wrought in this household. We're gonna break the bread.
well, something's still wrong with us all, not just him.
Exactly. So, right. God extends mercy, right? When God extends his mercy, is from past, present, and future. So it doesn't, he's cleansed from all his unrighteousness. So
Right.
that is not my position to hold judgment on any man or woman. That is not my role. That is not my office.
Right.
So if I see all this stuff going on out here, that's not for me to judge. God's going to deal with them. But now if you want to talk about the word and break the bread, we can do that.
Right.
We can do that. Now if you tell me it's good, I'll tell you you're wrong, you're a lie. That's wrong. And God's going to deal with you. But I'm not going to tell you you're going to go to hell or you're going to go to heaven. That is not my office.
Mm-hmm.
So I've seen even like when Brother David committed murder, right? But yet the Lord put away his sins, right? So God is the one who cultivates the church. And the church is not made with hands. Y'all keep equating to a building. We are the church. And within this church, we are dwelling in a flesh that has to be destroyed still one day, even when we go to be saved with God, right? We have to be changed in the twinkling of an eye. Flesh and blood cannot inherit the kingdom of God. This is what Paul talks about, the battle, the war of the flesh versus spirit, the spirit versus flesh. These two are contrary. So therefore, those who are without knowledge and not wisdom, please, right? Be humble. Be humble, because your mind is not God's mind. And for you to be mad about people's sins, you got to first clean the speck out your eye before you can help another man clean his house.
You know, I really understand what you're saying, right? And I watch stuff like this happen in the church when I go to church. when you take that aspect, and I'm gonna be honest because I've always wanted to say this in church, but I've never said it. When you take that aspect, right, and it sounds like you're judging others, so it's kind of hypocritical, and I see the hypocrisy in it because you came up judging. You get what I'm saying? So now, but you're telling people to be humble when you've done nothing but judge since you got up here. So that's why I'm a little, I'm a little funny on when people come and they quote all the Bible scriptures, but they don't see what they're doing that's sinful. You get what I'm saying?
What's your name?
Co-host.
Oh, okay, co-host. Okay. So I never came up judging. I came up glorifying God, right? That's what I came up doing, right? Saying that God got this, and I'm still standing on that. I'm still
Ruthless, you came up pointing all fingers, my nigga. You came up just like this the whole time, my G. Come on now.
I came up here glorifying God. What are you talking about? Y'all was pointing fingers, and I came up here and said, God got this. This is his world. What are we talking about? That's all I'm saying.
No, we were just like having discussion. We were just talking. And then all of a sudden, Ruthless comes up, and it's like doom, trouble and Troil, and fire and brimstone and shit.
But I did not cast stones at you.
What? You didn't say I should have no opinion because I'm a woman? I should be led by. That's not what you said?
I did not cast stones at you.
Oh, you have to watch this one back.
Well, it depends on which stone. What kind of stone? They said the things that. Well, no,
the script. God said He suffered the woman not to teach or preach in the church.
That was another one. Yeah,
it's the scripture, right? That I'm quoting. I didn't write the scripture. I'm not God. I'm just quoting what the scripture said.
And listen, hold on, Rufus, right there. You said I'm not God. And you keep on saying this whole time, your thoughts are not God's thoughts. But all you've been giving us this night is what you're telling us God's thoughts are. You've been telling everybody tonight that if you're not saying this, if you're not thinking this way, if you're not saying it the way that Ruthless says it, then it's not God's thoughts.
I understand that.
Boil, trouble and Troil, fire and brimstone.
Okay, Mr. Smith. Also, now you want to. Okay, you want this smoke, really? Okay.
No, I don't want no smoke. I don't listen. You've given me enough smoke. I don't even need to roll another J. This nigga Ruthless and gave me all the smoke I need for the night.
I'm ready to burn the house
with
down.
Everybody else.
It was so much judgment. But then y'all, and it happens all the time. It's like, how can you say, tell people don't judge people's sins, and you're doing it?
I didn't judge your sin. I didn't tell you where you was going. I didn't tell you where your destination's at. I don't know if the Lord's going to have mercy.
You can't tell me because guess what, player? You're not God, so you can't tell me.
I didn't tell you that. I didn't tell you.
That's true. That's true. You're not judging by sending people to hell, but you're judging by the law.
I don't know if God's going to have mercy on your soul or not. That's not my office. I just said that.
But you're judging by the law.
But I can't say this, right? I can't say
using it as a weapon.
Yeah, I was helping you.
So where's the humbleness? Do you also believe that for yourself? You don't know how God's going to judge your soul, or you like, nah, Ruthless in the clear. The rest of y'all niggas, I don't know what's going on.
I got a mansion. So I got a mansion. But now I'm saying, right, in wisdom, I'm just sharing wisdom with you guys, right? That God Almighty runs the show. So anytime you speak against something, about something, you're really speaking against God, right? Really, totally. When you say I don't like this or I'm complaining about it, you're complaining directly to God. Just so you know. So when you go home tonight and you hate somebody or you hate something the way it is, you're hating the way it gets God made it that way. And
then why do a lot of people who claim what it is and how you speak, sir, say basically like, you know what? I don't like you because you're not of what I am. So you know what? You're going to burn and everything else. So all I'm saying is this, bruh. If you're really making that statement and if you're standing on that, then the whole like passive aggressive judgment on those who don't exactly word or state things, because a whole lot of times, I think you'd be surprised how we really are a lot of times saying the same thing, Some of us just may be saying it a little different. You know, you might have said tomato, I might have said tomato. We talking about the same fruit though. But see, when we get so caught up in, oh, no. Did you say, you better be careful how you call his name? What are you talking about, bro? First of all, if you want to get technical, the letter J didn't exist when that man walked the earth. Now, if we really want to go down that road, there are a lot of things that like that wasn't that man's name. And see, that's why even myself, I say, you know what? Let me just stay safe with it. Let me be very careful because that's the homage and respect that I have for the Messiah, the Son of Mary. I just say, you know what? We all know he's the Messiah. We all know that's the Son of Mary.
Fruits of Islam.
And so I leave it at that. But for some reason, if somebody doesn't necessarily say exactly what you're saying, you need to receive. See, you're listening to respond. You're not listening to absorb. And this is why you don't gather anything. This is why you're not answering the questions. Because you're not listening to respond. You're listening to attack back. And that's the biggest problem with trying to have these type of discussions. Nobody knows how to just talk about it. Everybody only knows how to attack about it. And the whole time, nobody even wants to go back and forth about the shit. I really just want to know, what are your thoughts on it? Without a whole bunch of you shit behind it.
Are you the Fruits of Islam?
Does it matter? Like this at this point,
all right.
It don't even matter. I got a headache. It don't even matter.
But okay.
You know what this
I would say this.
I'm ready to end this show.
I would say this to like what Smitty said. That's he's right. But what Ruthless is responding is, well, it's this thing in the Bible. God sent a angel, and he said, watch what you say to this angel, for he will not forgive your trespasses. So think about that. So what Ruthless is doing is expressing the same thing what John the Baptist did when he got his head cut off. He's just responding to the law or to command. Now, to some person, to people who may not have studied or may not have been into the word for a long period of time, it may throw them back because they may not know. But it's like it also says in the Bible, do not judge. For if you judge, the judge will be on you also. You condemn, you will be condemned. No matter what you do, what you have said. So I understand what Ruthless is coming from, because he's coming from a person like Orthodox or Holiness or Pentecostal within a Christian community. No, I'm not saying that you are. I'm not saying that you are that. So I'm not saying that you are.
You're not wording it how he thinks you should. That's why you're being cut off. Peak game, right?
I'm just saying that there's certain people that when you talk to, especially when the word of God, and they responding off of the things that you said, because they have learned, and what they've learned, I've had it done on me until I had to go back, and God led me to say, hey, go and read this word. But just don't read the word within the word, the Bible. Read words outside of the Bible also. So that's what I did. I went to Quran, I went to Torah, Samak, all the books, spiritual books, and even books that people has written on themselves about different subjects and things of spirituality, the growth, Kemet, all of that. Any information that I get on, because the same words in the Bible is God's, and it's just like in words outside the Bible, it's God's. Doesn't matter who it come from. Because if you believe in God, and it says in the Bible, God is anybody in everybody, why should not listen?
Well, you just made your first mistake.
You know what this reminds me of?
No judgment though. No judgment though, right?
Yeah, no judgment, right? There's a meme, right? There's a meme on Instagram when the minister says, if you make it to heaven and I'm not there, you're not in heaven. and look, we can go back and forth with verses and everything, right?
Mm-hmm.
We go back and forth with the verses and everything, but if it's not making connections, and if you're not saying the way that people go ahead and absorb it, you're only doing it for yourself.
Mhm.
Well, I'm sure.
And
What's
that's
your
what
I
it is.
agree.
name, sir?
Self-loathing, facts.
What's your name, sir?
Yeah.
What's your name?
Yes.
What's your name, sir?
Oh, which one?
Both of y'all.
I'm
I'm
Von Erich.
co-host.
I'm
I'm
Von
a
Erich.
guest host. I'm a guest host.
I'm
Yes.
Von-
There you go.
Okay.
I'm Von Erich.
Following the females. Okay, that's fine. Ain't no problem with that. Listen, let me tell y'all something. It's fine, man. I'm not.
I hate the word female.
I'm not here. I'm not here to bust your bubble.
Mr. Best, where you at, Mr. Best, please?
All I'm saying is this, right?
I'm right here, fam. I'm right here. We got 7 minutes left. We got 7 minutes left.
We
Listen,
got 7 minutes.
we gonna land this plane.
That's a heaven of a
How
number.
much you're playing to crash and burn?
I know you don't
land it. Bro,
But
that's like Mr. Stay Up.
it's hypocritical. We're in 2023. You are talking like you are in the Stone Age.
Jesus
It's
Christ
not
is
getting
insane. God
over
don't
to the
change.
audience like he said. You
God
don't even want to go to church, sir. Like
God
you're
don't-
doing God a misjustice, even to keep sprouting it.
God don't change.
Because if I was watching this, I'm gonna be honest, I'd have been left and went to somebody else's channel.
Oh, you said God doesn't change. What do you mean God doesn't change?
God don't change.
It don't mean nothing. Listen. This is what they do in order because they no. Honest to God, they don't really understand it themselves. So they don't listen. You got to recognize when you're talking to a person who believes but does not know how to advocate what they believe. They read, but they don't know how to really comprehend what they read. They don't realize that even the Messiah, the Son of Mary himself, said, "One days I will not speak to you in parables." Because there are those who are going to need to get it plain and clear. And Ruthless is obviously one of them people waiting on the message to get relayed back.
Yeah, he
I promise.
waiting in the mansion. He got a mansion. He waiting in the
So
mansion.
I mean, you know, just so I don't fault my brother. Listen, I do give him this because Ruth. I mean, you already know it's all love. Because with me, I don't take no heart to this. I have my stance. I stand on it firmly, and that's it. But listen, you actually, I give it to you because you damn sure very, very well rooted. The only problem that people like myself have is when folks like yourself start spewing things, you don't really know how to like how Brooke was saying, like, no, you just, and like my man down here, Vaughn, I believe, was saying, like, you're just saying laws and stuff. You're not giving no elaboration behind anything. You're not able to word or place things in a way that people of today can kind of get it. You're just like, ye shall not know, whole brick ye fire. And it's like, bro, come on now. People are not catching on to what you're trying to say here. I'm getting it.
Are you Islam?
Why do you keep asking me that question?
I'm trying to see where you at, because you're not Christian, definitely. So I'm just trying to figure out where you're at.
I think you make
What they are, they tell you.
that's a judgment. That's a judgment.
What? Okay.
He doesn't judge.
Listen,
he just
right?
made a judgment.
I'm a
He just said
believer.
someone is not a Christian. Who are you when you say God is everything and God is in control? Who are you to make a judgment and say who is a Christian and who's not?
I was asking him. I didn't say he wasn't.
You did. You said he wasn't.
Well, I would say this, right? This fruit that's coming from his tree is not of the Christian Bible or of Christian background. So his fruit.
I've been doing nothing but quoting what the Bible says. It talks about the privacy. Yes, it talks about those who try to pray out loud in the marketplace. What are you talking about? Everything I've been saying is from the Bible.
Ruthless, you come across.
What are you talking about? And Ruthless, if you knew anything, just hold on, Ruthless, real quick. Just like how Vaughn said, if you knew anything about truly how these words and how these things work now, I'm not saying this wherever you are with this, stay there, but it is very true. A lot of things that are written throughout the other texts are extremely, if not basically the exact same thing written, the same stories, the same type of laws and ways of living, the whole nine. Who was in control? None of them say anything different for real. I'm gonna be honest with you. Now I know a lot of people. That's a very, very scary place to go tread into. Somewhere else. I know some folks, they don't even want to touch another book. And I have, hey, look, look wonderful. You stay right where you are. But only thing I'm gonna say is this: just don't be so quick to tell people to be humble. You know nothing about what it is that you speak of at the moment.
You know,
And
God's
then
a gangster. You know that, right? God's a gangster. He take what he want, and how he want.
So now God's a
You are
gangster.
not God, sir. You are
And you
not
tell
God.
people to be careful about how they say the Lord's name.
God's always been a gangster. Always.
Sir, you have reduced God to a pit bull.
You white.
No idea
You
what
have
that
reduced God to a pit bull.
You
You
white.
have reduced God to a pit bull, sir. Sir,
Sir,
you are
My
acting
man,
more like
my
a
man's
Pharisee.
fan.
You are talking like a Pharisee right now. I need you
Right.
to stop. Go read
Yup.
some Isaiah, because your tomb might be white on the outside, but inside is empty and dead.
Yup. Yes,
God
amen.
Stop
Yup,
it.
that's exactly what he said, man. Yup.
What he want and how he want it. God takes what he wants. He
This
don't
is
ask
why
for
the
it.
church is empty.
Nor does
Nobody
no
goes to churches.
explanation.
Yes.
This is why the church is empty.
Why
Physical
would God
churches
have to
empty.
take anything? If God created everything, what is there for God to take?
He takes what's
God
his.
is above all.
He takes what's his.
What the?
You
All
making
right,
it up
bro.
as you go along. He's
He
making it
takes
up
what
as
belongs to
you
him.
go.
He
Ruth,
takes what
My bad.
congratulations.
Stan,
You have
Stan,
made
go
this
ahead,
about
Stan.
you.
I apologize.
No, you're fine, brother. He had made this show about him, and this show has been brought to
Ain't
you
no
by
free will.
Ruthless.
Yes, yes. Totally just burn the house down on this show.
And my name
I
is
ain't
Smitty, and
never
I do
wanted to
not
leave
approve this
my own
message.
show.
Ain't no free will. Ain't no choice. God takes what he wants, and destroys everybody that gets in his way.
The views that have been
Ruthless,
brought
do
to
me
you
a
by
favor.
Ruthless are not the views approved by.
Stop attacking folks. Stop attacking folks. That's not humble. That's judging. You're not supposed to judge.
Nah,
God
fuck
will
this. I'm
destroy
having fun now. This shit is funny. Ruthless. Listen. I'm lost. I'm the owner of a company. I own everything. That's every fork, every knife, every wrench tool, and everything. I own it all. I'm asking you a question, Ruthless. If I own everything in the company, what does the owner have to take?
God takes what he wants, what's his. There's no free will for it, is what I'm saying. There's no free will. There's no choice in this matter.
All right, so hold on. So with there being no free will, people who commit heinous crimes, that was orchestrated by God, not that person.
Of course.
Gotcha.
They meant it for evil. God meant it for good.
Wait, but you said we don't have
So
free
the person who goes and grapes and deletes multiple children because that's their thing, God orchestrated that for good. Help me out.
He's coming. Lord's coming to smash. What are you talking about? You don't care, man. What? The
So
church.
we don't have free will.
I ain't no free will. It's never been free will. Where do you get that from?
Does God has free will?
God. What do you mean? I said
Does
there's
God
no
has free will.
God. God does everything His word says.
But I'm asking you, does God has free will?
What is you? There's no such thing as free will.
Who said that?
He
Did you get that from God?
Hold on.
Did you get that from God? That there's no such thing as free will. Did you get that from God? Huh?
There's no such thing as free will.
Did you get that from God?
The Lord said, as a seed goes into the plant, right, into the ground, and then comes up, so shall His word return to Him. And it
It has
shall not
nothing to do with free will. I'm asking you, did God say that we don't have free will? Did God say we don't have free will?
I just answered your question.
Okay, show me in the word of God that God said that we didn't have free will.
Relax. His word
Mom, you cannot get an answer from a man who has none. You can't get it. You're not going to get it because he doesn't have it. He only knows how to repeat. He does not know how to explain it.
That's true.
That's what it sounded like. I'm gonna be honest.
The word of God will not return unto God void.
You know, also in the Bible, when Jesus had these discussions, you notice he didn't say anything. I suggest we just move on. And what's the next question?
That's
He,
right.
like Smitty said, he's not answering, and that's more so.
I answered your question. You just
No, that's fine. We can, like Smitty, go ahead and take control of your podcast and tell us.
You're just not understanding.
And give us like the next question so we can move on.
Listen, you don't run that. Listen, God is going to win. I hope you understand that. So please get out the way and be humble, because you don't want to come up against this rock.
And that goes for you too, brother.
Oh, you know, I don't want no. Hey, I know God controls everything. I have no problem with that. And
But
I
you're
love
not God.
everything.
But you're not God.
Or if
So
God,
let me ask you a
if you
question.
say that
You'll
God
never be
controls
God.
everything, if you say God controls everything,
Yes,
right?
sir.
And
Yes, sir.
every God controls everything.
Everything.
And don't have free will, then that means everything that we saying is right
Huh?
because God controls us.
Exactly.
You say God control us. We don't have free will, so everybody on this panel, what they said is right because God control it.
I would say this. You had to say it.
Okay, we had to say it, and it's right.
It doesn't make it
That
right.
means you should be saying this is not, or God is coming after us because God told us, and we did it, and He's controlled everything. So everything that we said is right. You should be saying amen.
Yes. Yes. But you will be judged for it too, though. So it just way to
There we go. No judgment. There we go. And you know we can't stay away from it too long. Stay away too long.
He reduced God to a pit bull again. You gotta feel like cursing the head.
Hold on. We gotta wrap it up. Thank y'all for coming through. Whoever want to hang out in the background wants to close the show, y'all free to hang out. You know how we do it, but yeah, man. I'm gonna let Evolution take it away. You know what I mean? With that being said, we are out of here. Okay, we will see y'all next Wednesday. All right, on the Intellectual Evolution Era episode. Evolution Era. All right. Thank you so much for everybody coming through and sharing your perspective. All right, Evolution, take it away, sister.
All right, I just want to thank everybody for coming up, all you beautiful Black kings. Thank you for coming and just talking and being free and being honest with me and Mr. Best. We definitely appreciate it. We want to see all you guys back next Wednesday. We do this every Wednesday.
You know you don't want to see me back.
Standard time.
You know you don't want to see Ruthless back. You know you like, get his ass out of here.
Yeah, you gotta go Ruthless. But everybody going. We out. I got a headache. Love you guys.